Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Marcus Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. The Eagles at 3-5, 2 games under 500. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one. Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. Taking it about the 16. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Patriots take over. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Jones. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now Jones. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
He's going deep for Brown. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
There we go. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Hurts sets up to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now on first down, Sanders not finding a whole lot as he'll get forward for about 3. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. In motion right is Brown.
Cut 19! Cut 19!
From the 39, Hurts. Looking right side, and that's good. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Harris running straight ahead. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Again, it's Harris on second down. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They run again with Harris. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
2nd down and goal. Jones. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Let's go now.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
The offense schemed, going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 29-yard line. Give them 18 on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
18, Roger. 18, check it.
Here's Hurts to throw. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket and wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss, as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. Got his man. It's Thornton. And some room to roam now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And right side, Henry's got it. Touchdown! Hunter Henry. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Pats will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And some space here. And how about that for just running out the clock? The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense. Able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through?
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Jones now on first down. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
On the set.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin the next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And some room to maneuver. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him. But first down, Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. They're trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, so much for being backed up against their goal line to start the drive. He gave some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Running the jet sweep, Thornton. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Come on. Hey, check that.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker... And then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go. Sometimes a thing of beauty.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Pats are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Well, now they'll try the end around. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Tyquan Thornton, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 38 yards. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Elliott now to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. Jones throw taken in by Thornton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Give that sack to Nakobe Dean. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Taken in at the 22. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
On the jump.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. But it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Let's go.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. They'll run again with Harris. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He completes it to Henry. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Throwing is Hurts.
And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. They hand this off to Harris. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a toss play. It's Harris. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
For those that aren't aware, you might want to keep an eye on that ticker down at the bottom of the screen right now. A little bit of a shocker in Charlotte. And the Texans have scored. That one's been interesting as they retake the lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Got a punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this
is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Eagles get a bit closer. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee.